Freshly out of Superman, let's hit the stoop. Man, we are back from the theater after watching Superman. Pretty wild ride. Got a lot to talk about. I got a pretty cynical take on this movie. I already know from briefly talking to Chandler in the car, but that's okay. I think this is a step in the right direction as a movie goes. What do you think?
I thought it was great. I came out of it really, really enjoying it. So I'm kind of surprised that you didn't like it.
Honestly, it didn't do much for me, and maybe this goes to be like, maybe Superman's really just not my thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just not my hero. That's all it is. And I think the fact that, there was a lot of stuff in there that I really did like, says a lot about this movie.
I'm not even huge on Superman, even though I'm sitting here in a motherfucking suit.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not even that huge on Superman. Usually his stories kind of tend to bore me.
Funny you said the stories of Superman tend to bore you.
Yeah.
Because this one almost bored me. Because it felt all over the place, yet one-on-one. I think this has like a certain taste as a comic book movie. It's a comic book movie through and through. And this doesn't really follow like what I'm used to seeing for like movies.
But it feels like, and I'm glad you said that, because that was literally why I loved it so much. It literally felt like I walked into the comic book store, picked up a 1 through 5 issue of Superman, and sat down and read it. That's what the movie felt like to me. Mm-hmm. And just the characterizations of everybody. I feel like Corn Sweat embodies Superman and what he's supposed to mean.
Okay.
And I'd honestly say the same for Nicholas Hoult as Lex. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed both of their portrayals a lot. Mm-hmm. And I think going forward, like I'm excited to see their dynamic kind of grow, because their dynamic in this is so great. They do
have particular shots in the movie where it's kind of hinted like this is going to be like a really fresh rivalry, between them. Your arch nemesis type of vibe.
Right.
This is going to be like, this is in that universe. Lex is his OG arch nemesis, like his first arch nemesis.
And Lex is like,
think about some of the, like, if we talking about the characterizations, maybe I just don't understand the characters enough. Mm-hmm. But they kind of, some of them just feel a little too, like it feels like the world just revolves around them. They don't
like
feel
just
like
their attitude.
Yeah, they don't. They
how
just
the
don't.
Story is.
It just kind of both a little bit.
Because I would argue, at least for Superman and honestly the rest of the Justice Gang, they probably have that attitude, because I mean it kind of does. You can tell me if this is a spoiler or not, but we find out this is 3 years since Superman has been revealed. That's like the opening thing. They do like the text, almost Star Wars-esque.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. It was cool.
We find out this is like 3 years post Superman first revealing himself to the world. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I feel like the story was gonna need to revolve around them anyway, because
I'm not talking about just the Justice Gang. I'm talking about like
Lois,
Jimmy Olsen, like all of them, because like I can't get into that. It's hard not to jump into spoilers.
Like they just kind of feel like closed off in like their own little bubble.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, they weren't that huge of a part of the story that it like super fucked with me, but I do know what you mean.
That wasn't my only issue. There was a lot of things that like I felt were unnecessary. Like Superman gets ass kicked in majority of this film,
which I tend to see as a positive, because it's rare to really see a story that's giving him good stakes.
Yeah, in which he nearly dies like several times in this, because they're like, they fill him with some moments. They're like, this will definitely kill him, and like this will definitely suppress him, but then ultimately like,
but that's like Lex testing, because he's a supermind, and that's what he does. 1 second you're in a fucking black hole, the next thing you're running through Minecraft lava, and I'm just like I don't understand, because then they throw these terms out that you're just like, for example, the engineer. Like the engineer, I put blood in, or nanites in her blood. Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to just believe that like nanites are. I'm supposed to just be like, okay, nanites are a thing, and like she just fucking did some Blue Beetle shit. Like,
I mean, yeah.
I'm supposed to go with that without any background information.
The thing about what it seems like they're trying to do with James Gunn's DCU is kind of just go on a more like hit the ground running type of thing.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Instead of trying to let's give backstory to every little thing, some of these things are just like comic book things that are prevalent in DC Comics or whatever. Yeah. And it's kind of just like you have to come into this world accepting that there's going to be some,
because it says it in the beginning of it. It says like, you know, we've already been introduced in this universe. It's been decades, like 3 decades of gods and monsters and like all this stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. I just feel like there was multiple aspects that I was trying to grab onto while watching it, and it didn't hold for me. And especially because like you have a bunch of like, it was meant for, you know, us to see this, you know, Lex Luthor character, you know, already be developed. And then it's kind of just like, I didn't really feel excited at the end of the movie for what the future holds, because I feel like I've already seen all of what Lex can do.
This is what a base Lex would be at, is he has Luthor core, and this is base Lex with 3 years of prior knowledge to Superman, and he's trying to, that whole 3 years, he's literally like, holy shit, I have to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, he's crazy about Superman.
Yeah, so it felt like, I mean, and like you said, it feels like a rivalry that's going to, like, it feels like there's more between them that needs to happen. The score of the movie was really, really amazing. Obviously, they bring back the John Williams score, kind of do a riff on that. Love that. Cinematography, a lot of like the worries that people were seeing with the CGI flying in it. I thought it was really tough, bro.
It was goofy. It was goofy, bro. We accept that just because it's Superman.
I definitely
just because it's James Gunn's Superman, it does not make it good.
I'm not saying it's the perfect flying, because I'd say Man of Steel probably nailed it. I still think this was really tough. The trailer shot where he's like shooting straight at the thing.
That's another thing.
That's probably the only one.
Guys, if you watch the trailer of Superman, this Superman, dude, you've basically seen the whole fucking movie. I'm just gonna say it right there. You've basically seen every big scene of the movie. Hated about
I was saying this the whole lead up, like Superman and Fantastic Four are showing way too much. My next point was the pacing of this movie. It was so just go, 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 go. We don't really have too much like downtime with Superman. We have a couple of moments more downtime, which we can get into later. But for the most part, it's very like, everything's happening right now. I'd say the whole movie probably takes place in like 3 days, 4 days, maybe. Because I mean, I didn't really feel myself like tapping my foot. I'm trying to get out of.
I yawned a couple times. I did yawn. I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't mean the pacing was bad though. Yeah. I did yawn a few times.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun through and through, to be honest. But now let's get into spoilers so we can actually talk.
The one thing that I'll talk about, like I said earlier, like the Hammer of Baravia.
Yes.
I liked that aspect in the beginning. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty interesting. Like, imagine like another country's fucking Superman.
Yeah.
Like fucking up.
Destroys.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then you instantly just find out that that's Ultraman, and it's like there's this fucking black hole portal to like another universe.
Yeah.
It just, I couldn't wrap I could not wrap my fucking mind around it. And I was like, I feel like we're just like, again, like it's a comic book movie, so I can't think on it too hard. I just have to like, in comic book form, I can understand it. I can accept it a little bit better. And like, cause then they'll give you like some like little points of like, in this, and this. It gave you something, you can read some background on it on the actual page. But like with a movie, it's like when you're force fed something like that, it's very hard for me to like really just accept like, okay, like
I guess
we're really doing that.
It just didn't feel force fed, because it's just like, that is the world,
that is Superman lore.
That is the world that DC is in, and Marvel. Mm-hmm. It's like these stories get extremely crazy. It's sci-fi.
Yeah.
It's all this shit exists in these comics, so it's like,
and that's what I try to understand. That's what I try to understand more.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking about like, if I'm talking about straight up like just storytelling and just like, you know, again, it's just like, if that's the universe, that's cool. But it needs, I feel like for me, it needs to be like a universe that I've already been in for a while. I can't just be force-fed something that's like, I don't know anything about. But I mean, that's just a small thing for me. But like, my biggest pet peeve in this movie was probably, again, and this was like probably premeditated shit. I just knew Crypto was gonna ruin this movie for me. Like it probably
Ruined the movie
it probably made the movie for a lot of people. And like I said, it only ruined it because I premeditated it, and I knew that Crypto was gonna be a scene stealer.
But he wasn't a scene stealer.
He definitely was.
No, he had some funny moments. He had some Guardians of the Galaxy energy to him.
That's what scene stealing is.
Funny moments. He's not allowed to be a character.
No, he's allowed to, but like throughout the whole movie.
He's a main character in the movie. I will say some of the jokes, some of the Crypto, it's like, okay, let's get on with the movie.
From the beginning of the movie.
It's the trailer opening.
From the beginning of the movie, dude. I'm telling you.
I don't know, bro.
If we rewatch this movie, it's the Crypto show.
Yes, he's in there. It is not the Crypto show. It is definitely the Superman show. 100%. I'm not saying there's not moments.
There's like 5 moments where he's just like, oh, Crypto's being quirky. Like it's just
what?
It's the Crypto show.
No, bro. Nah.
Crypto.com.
Fights the Kaiju with no Crypto involved. Fights the Hammer of Moravia at the beginning. He doesn't
fight him. That's the Justice Gang.
With no Crypto involved.
The Justice Gang. He gets help from the Justice Gang.
That's
another thing. For the Kaiju.
Yeah, he gets help from them, but he was still in the fight.
So it wasn't just.
But we're talking about Crypto, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about Crypto.
Yeah.
I'm saying Crypto wasn't involved in that fight. He wasn't involved in the fight with the Hammer of Moravia at the very beginning. Mm-hmm. He was not involved in that.
That fight lasted like 3 seconds. So.
Well, yeah. And then
the Kaiju lasted like 2 minutes.
No, that was a pretty good little chunk of the movie. It was definitely like a 10-15 minute section of the movie. Then he's fighting Ultraman for a good portion of the finale of the film. No Crypto involved until the very last moment. And then they go to get Lex.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the backup.
It's just that one moment. No. Huge moment from him is that's the big save from Crypto. And all he does is knock him away for a second.
Maybe I'm not specifically talking about the fights. I'm talking about like the general movie.
That's just him having a character, I guess. To me, bro, it's just him having a character.
That's not scene stealing. Scene stealing is literally whenever like you're grabbing the audience's attention, you're like making them laugh, and you're doing more than what the main character is in a lot of the moments.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't think all the jokes landed with Crypto for sure, but I don't think he was overdoing it. He was definitely a main character in the movie, but I expected that when they had Crypto.
That's the main point that I mean. That's the main thing I said.
But I guess I just don't hate it. I don't know. I like Crypto.
Yeah, it's good.
And it's the first time we've ever seen Crypto in live action.
I just don't care for Crypto. If I'm being really honest, I don't care for Crypto.
We find out at the very end though that it's freaking not even Superman's pet, it's his cousin.
He says it's more of a foster situation.
Yeah.
In like the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, it's like
whose freaking dog is it? And it's his freaking cousins.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But getting into the dynamic between Superman and Lois, I feel like their dynamic is really cool. We obviously see the Lois Superman interview that we've seen in previous Superman films and other media and stuff, which was great. But
in the trailer,
it was done. She actually is being a journalist and trying to like kind of get a rile out of Superman and really figure out what's going on. And he like keeps like pausing the tape because he can't actually say what he wants to say and all that kind of stuff. I loved that scene and thought that felt very Superman, Lois. It just felt like a very real moment between them. I thought their dynamic through the whole movie was really, really good. She obviously goes with Mr. Terrific, and this is kind of trying to bring us to your other issue. She kind of like helps out Mr. Terrific, or Mr. Terrific helps her to like go save Superman later on in the movie. And then she gets like Mr. Terrific's spaceship and is going to the Daily Planet. I will say when you talk about the outlandish, like, okay, like Mr. Terrific just gives her the ship. Oh, the controls are really intuitive, and she's just like driving this freaking spaceship through Metropolis, no issues. I will say that was kind of far-fetched for me.
That was the theme of the movie.
And felt very main character-y-ish. But other than that, I did enjoy her character a lot.
But no, I mean, yeah, their dynamic was good. I just don't really get, like, they involved hypno glasses,
Yes.
They did that, and then
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like,
That is for sure like Superman staple lore.
is it?
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
And that's why
I thought,
how it's like they've never done it in a film before, but
Or
that's
they never
how,
said it in a film.
That's how the glasses
you would
shit
why
works.
wouldn't they do that?
I have no clue. And that's the thing. This is a comic book movie through and through. So this is the first comic book movie I feel we are literally dropped in to a comic book universe, because it's like just everything. No shame, no like, oh, I don't think people are gonna understand this, I don't think people are gonna get it. It was just like, this is the universe, and I guess you either fuck with it or you don't. But
yeah,
I feel like most of your issues of this movie are coming from like literally just the big sci-fi comic book elements.
No,
just
you're thinking
in the
you're
movie,
acting like
and you're
I
not
hate comic book
explaining.
movies.
No,
Like,
that's
I'm just
not
like
what I'm
hating,
saying.
or like I'm just not understanding of like comic book movies and the sci-fi aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like I love sci-fi films.
Mhm.
Like science fiction was my favorite, one of my favorite like
No,
genres of movie.
I'm not saying that.
But like,
But that's where it seems like most of your struggles with this film are coming from, are just like the completely outlandish stuff that we've never seen.
you can't just say words and just say deal with it. Like it does, the vocabulary of it just doesn't click well in my brain. So let me see if I got it right. Let me see if I got it right. So the pocket dimension is just a jail for.
It's not a jail. It's a whole little mini dimension, like world.
Right.
It's a whole.
So
he turned it into a jail, but it was just like a. He explains it that he created a Big Bang, a miniature Big Bang to create his pocket dimension.
And then he used what to do that? Like he used like.
I don't know what they said, but they might not have even said exactly what he used. But
Got it.
Created a Big Bang, opens his pocket dimension, and he turns it into a jail. But it didn't have to be.
Got it.
When Superman does get taken to the pocket dimension, though, after Lex has like been granted basically full right to kill Superman or take him out, question him. Well, yeah, they want to question him first before he's like.
But they
taken
don't
out.
question him. Lex literally just like tries to play like big man, like he's trying to like alpha fucking Superman, and then kills a guy in front of him.
Well, it was just some random dude that Superman had saved and had interacted with, and he obviously knows after 3 years that like Superman is a caring for life. Anybody really getting killed in front of him is gonna cause him pain, but obviously somebody that's like getting killed because of Superman, to him that's like ultra fucked. Yeah, and I think he doesn't get questioned because it's like the government wants to question him, and Lex, the second he does have Superman in his possession, he's not really following what they want anymore.
Right. He's kind of just like it's my like
get in my jail.
Yeah. He's just playing like, you know, playing with
all the sides, because
Yeah.
the whole Baravia thing is set up. He is setting up a war, and it is so that he can create like his own little section of land and become like the king of this land.
And was it that? Like that's the part I don't understand.
He said that was the bonus.
That was the bonus. And then, but then like, why isn't like? Because then his main goal was to kill Superman, and then that was the bonus to be king of that thing. Because
he was really using Baravia and all that to start the war so that Superman could go handle that. Yeah. And then everyone would be like, "Oh, you're kind of fucking shit up."
And you know what? In the big aspect, the big picture here, humans are so dumb. You know, obviously the propaganda type of stuff was there. Yeah. But then it was like, everyone's like seeing this headline and they're just like, "Oh, fuck you, Superman!" Like it's like,
but
dude,
the headline is
crazy.
Like,
that is fucking weird. I mean,
it is. Yeah, it is crazy. Just the flip like that. Yeah. But I'm glad you brought that up because I almost did forget. That is a huge turning point in the movie. I know Superman lore a little bit, but not really much more than you, to be honest. But it was super different. His parents, Jor-El and what's her name's message to Superman. The whole movie, he has half of the message, and it's like, you know, do good, da 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 da. But then Lex gets a hold of the other half of the message, and that's what everybody's watching on their phone. and they're like, we want you to basically rule over Earth and make it your own.
Pillage them.
Yeah.
And literally, like, breed with them.
Yeah.
Like, breed with all the women.
And then anybody who stands in your way, kill them, is
Yeah.
what they said. Holy shit.
Yeah, that shit was weird.
Very crazy to see that from his parents. I don't know if that's like ever been a part of the story. Feels kind of ripped from Invincible.
I'd hope so. I'd hope that was part of the story, because like I'd hope that was like pulled from a comic.
So I'm sure it was. Insane moment, turning point in the.
It felt very quick.
Movie. But
it just felt
it was
very
quick that all the people just are like immediately believing it.
I think what they were trying to capture was like, people are so easy to hear something negative and attach to that and be like, oh my god, that's true, fuck you. You know, I think that's the message.
Social commentary.
That's like the message they were portraying or trying to get across, which I understand that. But at the same time, it just felt, I don't know, I didn't like that.
I thought it was a pretty crazy turning point, and it's all building. A bunch of different things were happening here and here, but I liked how it all came together into Lex's plan. It all makes it feel very connected, which I guess it didn't feel that way for you. But the whole story felt very like, once I actually was starting to, you know, put the puzzle pieces together as they're, you know, building the whole story through, then you're like, okay, that's why this was happening. Da, 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 da. It just felt very seamless, but I guess you didn't feel that way.
The story was decent. Like, don't get me wrong, the story was decent, but I just feel like I'm not attached. Like I said, I've said it countless times in this same video. I have to understand the actual like character and like characters that are around him. I can't just like.
Well, I felt like we did. What did you not understand about?
I didn't understand.
Superman?
I didn't understand like the Justice Gang. I don't understand like Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific.
Yes.
That whole dynamic just felt strange. But then backing up on your point, like we are just dropped in this universe. Like shit like that. Like,
and that's the feeling I get when like I said, when you go pick up a comic book.
I like Superman. I do like Superman. I think Superman's cool.
Yeah.
But like I don't think he's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Like he's not something I'm interested in.
This is not my favorite comic book movie of all time, or nothing like that. Probably not even my top 5 favorite. But I do think it was good enough to be like a Superman fan's.
Oh yeah,
favorite
100%.
movie of
I will
all
not
time.
argue. I will not argue with that there.
You don't need to know every little detail. I just feel like you need to know enough to accept you're gonna see some stuff that you've never seen before.
Original character type beat.
Original character, original, you know, concept.
And honestly, it was kind of in the trailer. It was kind of apparent that the Hammer of Baravia being an original character, like, okay, and then you see the Ultraman and like everything like that, like with toys coming out, like you kind of just knew like that.
Okay,
twist
it's
already.
not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's why it didn't hit for me that well.
I will agree with that for sure, because we knew it was gonna be Ultraman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just like.
I think it would have been crazy, because when he does freaking break his mask off and he takes that shit off, and you see, holy shit, it's really a clone of Corn Sweat.
Yeah.
That would have been a crazier twist if we didn't already know.
So, and the thing I don't like about Lex Luthor is he's kind of just this raging, like, I gotta kill Superman, like hardcore, like roid rage, like basically what I'd categorize him as like Gears of War 3 tournament rage, like gamer rage.
I think he definitely
because
has
he's literally like he's like controlling Ultraman like it's a Mortal Kombat game. He's like R1,
Yeah.
and it's like then he has all his goons like press the button for him.
I really, really enjoyed Lex. Like I said earlier, I feel like his whole plan really comes to a head, and it just like brings the whole movie together. And I do think this is a pretty good characterization for him, as far as he's not just some bumbling fucking like super villain or villain, like just kind of moseying around, really not knowing what he's doing.
He's doing that, but he's like knowing what he's doing. He is just doing stuff, and he's like he is like.
He wasn't though. It was all very calculated. I felt. The least calculated he got, I think, was when he finally did have Superman beaten in his cage, and that's when he was like really freaking out.
Or left him there with a genuine metamorpho. Like,
yes,
you should have had like a gun to Metamorpho's head. Like, if he moved, like if he let go of his fucking kryptonite, he would get shot. Like,
yeah.
If you're the smartest guy ever, like, why didn't you think of that?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
he thought he had it locked because he had Buddy's kid.
There's and here's the thing. I'll say this. A big scene was that Minecraft lava scene where he's like flying, and there's like crypto, Metamorpho, and baby Joey holding him up.
Yeah.
And crypto, and then as that moment's happening, bro.
He said it was a proton.
Crypto is literally being cute, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, how is he being cute?
He's like attacking the fucking. He sees the Mr. Terrific thing, and he.
That's after they.
No, that's while he's in it. That's literally while he's in it.
No, that's after they busted out, and then Mr. Terrific's like, yo,
I thought he finds them.
Yeah.
He finds them, and then it's like.
And then Crypto chases it.
And then
to the end.
But no, then it's that scene where it's like it's all breaking down and shit.
Yeah.
Then he sends the second one, but then it's just like that scene where it's just he's holding up baby Joey, and he's like it was just goofy. And then Metamorpho's like flying head Metamorpho. I'm like, what am I watching?
He used all his fucking.
I could see that.
Substance.
I could see that.
And
that wasn't even like that wasn't even like a terrible scene, but I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm like, bruh. I'm like, I don't know.
Just too much.
I take that back because he did have kryptonite poisoning.
Yeah.
So he couldn't do anything really. All he could rely on was crypto.
Yeah.
Did he not?
Well, no. He kind of relies more on Metamorpho because he like does the squid shit.
He relied on crypto because crypto was trying to kill the fucking drone, and so all he had was crypto fucking leading the way.
Yeah, leading the way. They could have followed.
But they curated it to crypto.
Nah, bro. He definitely had his moments, but he did not control every freaking scene that he was in.
There's somebody out there that will agree with me.
There definitely will be. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have that opinion.
Too much is too much, and that's all I'm saying.
I just felt like it wasn't too much, but I guess that's just me, bro. They wanted me to.
And honestly, most of the jokes in this movie did not hit. Like it felt like I laughed like two.
I liked all of Superman's lighthearted energy because, again, David Cornsweet feels like fucking Superman. He brings a levity to Superman that we have not seen in quite some time, but also being able to handle those serious moments.
Right. But did they characterize his parents correctly? Let's talk about that.
Pa Kent is alive in this iteration. They seem to have taught him the right way, where it was all about just you can be a light of hope for these people. Superman talks with his dad about like the message. He's like, I found out like literally they just want me to be this evil person. He's like, it's literally your actions that define who you are, who you're going to be, and it's all your choice, no matter what they were saying. What you heard from that message is more important than what everybody else is hearing.
Yeah.
That felt very much like what his parents would be teaching him. And that was one of the few moments where we do have like some downtime with Superman. Because like I said,
it wasn't too long.
No, it was very, like we said, very go.
Because they do say he'll probably need a couple days, and it felt like he was just there for like half a day.
Maybe overnight.
Yeah,
and
overnight.
He woke
and
up.
He was like, boom.
Yeah, but he did say he slept for a long time, so maybe he slept for a couple days.
Yeah.
But I don't think he did because the rift was already going.
Yeah.
So I don't think he could have. Very, very go, which I enjoyed, and that's how I think it has to be for Superman, because he's such a powerful character. It's like
You don't want to sit around.
You can't draw it out for 3 months.
Yeah.
It can't be a Batman story. It has to be like he is going at full speed until he figures it out.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really good. I do want you to talk a little bit about the Daily Planet and like the main character syndrome you were kind of talking about. Jimmy Olsen's getting hit on. Like,
Jimmy Olsen's getting hit on, and then like informant that's works with Lex, which is like Eve, whatever her name is.
Yeah. Eve.
About to like leak some stuff, but it's just she's in the movie specifically just sit there and she's taking selfies of everything, like looking slick, trying to get more dirt on Lex.
Yeah.
And that was a reach for them to like Jimmy Olsen has an informant in Luthor Corp. Like the informant stuff was a great bit, but it didn't feel organic. It just felt like it felt too good to be true because it was too easy. I feel like they wanted all those Daily Planet characters to have a bigger part in this, but yet their attitudes acted like they did have a bigger part in it more than it needed to be. Literally, the scene where they're all in the spaceship, it just pisses me off because then like, who the fuck is that fifth guy without the seatbelt on? Like why do?
Well, they literally just grab him because the rift is coming straight for the Daily Planet, and then Lois is like, "Let's just hop in my spaceship, and we'll post the whatever."
Fuck everybody else.
Well, everybody else from the planet
main character energy
had already left, which it does feel very main character like, oh, just they get to be in the ship and just I do totally agree with you there, but they literally just grabbed that guy because he's still there. And they're like, we could fit you on the ship, come on. They definitely didn't need to go be in a spaceship in the sky. They definitely didn't need to be. And her understanding like how to fly a spaceship after about 30 minutes of flying it.
Like just, Mr. Terrific, like for a guy to be
must have created an iPhone.
Well, like the guy to be super smart. Why would you make a spaceship that anybody could fly? Like they claim they're the smartest people, but then they do dumb fucking shit.
That's just one thing, though.
No. Lex did it. Mr. Terrific did it. The smartest people in the fucking movies did it.
They're obviously human, and they're going to make mistakes and errors, and that's the cracks that Superman uses to defeat Lex.
But then you can do it. I'm telling you, I've seen it. You can do it better than that. You can do it better. Like whenever you think the supervillain has had it all figured out, anything you do, like he's just super intelligent, and then there's that one spark of hope.
Yeah.
Like there's always that spark of hope, and then it's just we lose that.
I felt like that was there, especially the ending with the War of Baravia is about to go on again, and like everybody is, I forget the place they're like taking over. But Lex has created this whole scene with Ultraman and the Rift and all that to keep Superman away from that, so that he can't do anything about it. And they're all like waiting for Superman, and they get hope from a different place in the Justice Gang, and then they get hope.
Thank God.
At the other story,
Superman definitely wasn't gonna be there.
In the other story, well, because he's handling Ultraman.
With help with this movie should have been called Superman and Superman and Friends.
Okay.
Superman and Friends. That's what it should have been called.
It just felt like they were building the world that they're setting up. They definitely had a role to play, and they could have written.
I would have liked if they were just like seeing what Superman does, and like Superman's like setting the standard, because like literally it felt like the other heroes were just incompetent and they were just doing it for like cool points. They didn't know how to.
That was more.
They didn't know how to like crowd control. They didn't know how to crowd control everything like that. I mean, no, it was also Hot Girl and Terrific felt like I just want to fucking put the Green Lantern in his place. That's why I'm helping you. Like they just felt very immature.
They just felt very though. Yeah, they were characters in the movie. If you're gonna bring characters in the film,
in a movie,
exactly,
and some are more insufferable than others. That's all it is.
None of them were insufferable.
What do you think like besides saving? Besides saving, what did they have to do with the story?
Like I said, they were building the world, and they're literally heroes, and they're not the main heroes. So yeah, a lot of what they were doing was saving and doing a lot of work like that. Okay. I'm not trying to spend 3 hours with them. I'm trying to spend 3 hours with Superman. They are just also a part of this DC universe. and they're there,
Yeah.
and they have a role to play. So
It's subjective.
I guess you could say they overstayed their welcome in some points, but I don't know. I thought
you
it
enjoyed
was
the movie, which is okay.
all well done.
Yeah.
Ratings? Give it some ratings.
I give it like a 7.
7.
Yeah, I give it a 7. Only because it didn't blow me away, but there were some themes in there that just were decent. I like. Wasn't very intricate.
I'd have to go like 8.5, 8-ish, around that area.
I thought you'd give it like a 9.
I would give it a 9, but like I said earlier, Superman isn't my favorite character.
Right.
I'm not even a huge Superman, so I didn't walk out of this like, whoa, that was the best movie I've ever seen. But it was a really, really solid comic book movie. And if this is the universe that we're going to see for the DCU, makes me very excited to see James Gunn's Flash, James Gunn's Batman, James Gunn's Wonder Woman, James Gunn's everybody else, because of how comic booky and stylized everything is here, how stylized the story is. We're going to very clearly be seeing a true to comic version of a lot of these characters, and I felt like this movie gave a really good representation of what we're going to be seeing from Superman. He feels like a Superman ready to join a Justice League.
I think I get what you're saying. Like eventually, yeah.
Yeah, not like next
like,
movie.
Like next movie, yeah.
No.
At first, I was thinking that's what you're saying, but then I was like, no, he's not saying that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, he has the levity and the spirit and the heart to
The leadership type of aspect to him.
Exactly. I can see this Superman operating within a DC universe. So I'm just excited to see the future.
Yeah. The future is definitely bright for the DCU. It's what I do think it's what people were wanting. Not my. And the suit. It was the same complaints I had when it first got announced, like what he looks like in the suit. I think I still have the same complaints.
You take away the panels, and it would be so much better. It's definitely not the best suit, but Cavill, Gordon Sweat, just because of the colors alone, like it is just. Is Superman off a page?
What does it look like? Like, what does it actually look like? Like, I'm trying to think because it looks like something. Like, it looks like something you'd see somebody actually wear in real life. It looks like
like the material
motorcycle,
oh no, definitely not
motorcycle Teflon, like for a speed bike racer.
Nah,
bro, yeah. Have you ever seen like a motocross speed bike where they're doing the little side thing?
Yeah.
Literally has the shoulder pads and the forearm pads. That's what it looks like. Oh, the
pads, yeah.
Everything
the texture.
the top part of the suit really does give me that motocross Teflon upper body.
If you get rid of the panel lines and the padding, I think it would look much better.
And why isn't there an S right there? Why were they afraid to put the S right there?
I like the belt like that. I think the Superman Returns belt looks goofy as fuck. I like S on the chest, S on the cape. That's where I like the S's.
All right, y'all. This has been our Superman 2025 review. Let us know in the comments what you guys thought about Superman, or drop a like. And guys, remember, when you subscribe to Another Strong Geek, not only are you strong like Superman, but you are also strong in the mind and spirit. All right, ASG. Peace.